Have mercy on me, a sinner.
G'day and welcome back to creaYTors. I'm your host MPNumbers, and as always I'm joined by the fantastic Gem of Magic and the equally fantastic Matt from Total MTG.
Hey guys, Gem from Gem of Magic here, reporting for judge duty once again.
Hey guys, Matt from Total MTG here, and Challenge 3, the videos have been filmed, and it's time for me and the other judges to cast our eye over them and give our opinions.
We're here this week to judge the Hour of Devastation pre-release vlogs that were put together by the creators. Now vlogs themselves can be inherently difficult. There's a lot of issues with background noise, with natural lighting, and other factors that can cause your vlogs to be awkward just by their nature. Before I watch the videos, I wanted to quickly recap on the challenge, as the creators had some very specific things to focus on. For one, they needed to make their vlog educational. They also needed to have a focus on audio balancing, and they needed to include an interview as part of the vlog. Now personally, when I watch vlogs, I'm looking for a few specific things. For one, I want the vlogs to be well paced, and I don't want to get bored with just continuous talking. Because it's a Magic vlog, I really want to see some cards and I want to be involved in the experience. Also, if you can create a story as part of the vlog, you know, watching somebody go through a tournament, seeing their results as they go and seeing specific things, that really sells it for me as well. I also like a good use of music. I don't just want continuous talking. And other than that, it just needs to be enjoyable. Now with that in mind, let's check out some of the videos and give some feedback. I'm going to start with Charles from MTG Me. Now it's pretty clear that Charles hasn't done much in the way of vlogging. There's a few things that stand out straight off the bat. For one, Charles, whenever you're using a mobile or tablet to record a video, you need to have it in landscape all the time. It's very obvious for the first couple of shots you've got the phone in portrait, and that just makes it hard to watch because you have that tiny screen, the big black marks either side, and it's honestly just not enjoyable. I can see you did try and take some steps to make it a bit better by putting bolus in the background, but that actually didn't last the whole time and caused it even worse, because once you get past the minute point, you actually just got black screen again. The other thing worth mentioning is that although we do joke about the girls taking the high angle selfies, it does make things look a bit better, and having low angles is not a positive thing. Now looking at the challenge, audio has always been the one thing that's mentioned in your videos, and this time it has really hit you hard. We did have a personal chat about this, and I know there were some issues, but we did talk about getting that audio nice, and unfortunately the audio is just not great. Similarly, with the educational aspect of the video, it's a great part where if you listen really closely, you hear Julia talking about what a two-headed giant tournament is and what it actually means, but the audio is so low that unless you're really listening for it and know what you're listening for, you can't hear it, unfortunately. So audio, definitely a bit of a fail. Educational, I've got to just say iffy. And you definitely included a lot of interviews and got some good information from different people, and actually that tended to be the main focus of the video. Looking at the editing, I really liked that you included the titles between the scenes, and that sometimes you had subtitles when this audio was a bit hard to hear. Unfortunately, those subtitles didn't go all the way through. I don't know if I would want them to, because obviously better audio would have been preferred. In terms of the content of the vlog, I definitely would have liked to see a lot more. I didn't see any cards, I didn't get any updates about the actual event, and I didn't feel like I was watching an event. I felt like I was just watching some people talk to other people. And I don't, as much as the video was enjoyable, when I look at the challenge, I don't think we've quite got where we want to be. Now having a look at Team Orcs Head. Now it's pretty obvious that vlogs are your bread and butter, and you've definitely got a good quality video coming out. I really enjoyed the use of music. I also really liked the way that you cut from talking and chatting to scenes to having that music running and keeping it well paced, not just a boring constant chatter. Where I am probably disappointed challenge-wise is that it really wasn't an educational video, that was one of the things that we were trying to focus on. I didn't get any understanding of what a pre-release is, I didn't really see why I should attend one, I didn't kind of get that feeling from it. We definitely got an interview. It was great to see Gavin, it was great to see a fellow YouTuber, obviously one of the reasons we do what we do here is that we're trying to help other YouTubers out. We definitely got to see a different point of view from the pre-release experience, and very enjoyable interview. And the audio was just solid. It looks like you've done a lot of work to balance the audio. Not quite sure what equipment you're using, but I was still able to hear what you wanted me to hear, even through any background noise, even through any other issues, and I really couldn't argue with the audio quality at all through the whole video. Jumping back to the whole concept, solid video. Again, wish you would have had a little bit of education in there to hit that challenge. Probably one of my annoyances, just to get picky here, is that we had Chris's story, we saw how he was going, we saw he was getting there, but you didn't tell us how he finished. I really want to know if he managed to end with a good result. In recording, I really liked that there was minimal shaking when you were doing it. I'm not sure if that's technology or if that's just you've got a really steady hand. And the points where the focus was a bit off, you acknowledged it in the video. You said, oh, trying to focus, when you were opening packs, focusing. I started to get a bit worried about the length and the enjoyability. There's a point where you got right to the end and you said, hey Graham, let's open these packs, and my first thought was, oh god, we're opening more packs, it's going to take forever. But as soon as I thought that, I heard the music kick in, I saw it super speed up, and that was exactly what it should have been done. We still got to see some extra cards, extra packs being opened, but we didn't have to sit through these are my commons and these are my uncommons when we'd already seen a full pre-release pack opening earlier in the video. In terms of editing, again, I think the video was really well paced. I think I really liked the fact that there was just enough information and inclusion in the event, and then it would cut to, just a scene, whether it be a road work, whether it be a bunch of guys standing around, whether it be an aeroplane. That I really enjoyed. I really liked seeing that part of it. Good job. I really like this video. It's definitely obvious that vlogs are what you were doing, whereas our two previous videos weren't quite where your experience is. And finally, Team Jake and Joel. Now, Jake and Joel, again, experienced vloggers. You guys have a lot of vlog experience, and I think your style of comedy really comes through in vlogs because you just get to kind of talk shit and have fun with it. Looking at the challenge, I think you may have hit the challenge the best. You got educational video. We saw you guys sitting and chatting in the car and out front of the shop telling us what a pre-release is. It's something that I wouldn't mind taking to my little brother or a friend who has only played minimal amounts of Magic, and they ask me, what is a pre-release? Why would I want to go? I would be happy showing them that the first part of that video, and they'd be able to get an understanding of what it is. Did we get an interview? Yep, we met Elijah. Again, just great to have another view of Magic, another person in the world that has an experience and what they enjoy about it. I really like the way you framed that interview with that glass Avison behind it. That is really solid. I wish my store had things like that. The audio, well balanced, but a bit loud at the start. I made the mistake of going from Charles's video, where I had to have the audio fully cranked up, to yours, and I had to rip that audio down. But it wasn't unbalanced. It wasn't bad. It was just nitpicking. It could have probably been turned down a notch. In terms of recording, I liked, I like every time you guys record, you know how to use your equipment, you know how to get around there. I like that we saw little bits of gameplay, little bits of the store environment. I probably would have liked to see more of the cards. I know at the end of the video you do say that you didn't take a video of your deck because you didn't think it was very good, but I would have liked to see it. I think, especially in this vlog experience, if you'd shown me those decks, showed me, well, round 1 didn't go great because of this card, round 2 didn't go great because of this. Going back to getting that story of the vlog, of the day with you guys. As you guys say, thanks for spending your time with us, and I would have liked to spend more time with you, being involved in the whole thing and seeing exactly what was going, whether it was good or bad. One of the things to learn when you're talking about gameplay experience is it's not always good, and you learn more from doing poorly than you do from doing well sometimes. Last thing I want to talk about, the fact that you guys had your vlog experience, then you took it back home to talk about your summary. This was a great way to avoid any audio issues. You're still having that vlog experience, you're taking it home, having that overall chat, having this is what we did, this is some of the experience we had, and having a bit of fun with it. The question I guess I have is, how much time do you want to dedicate to that? I think it ended up being about half the video was at the store, half the video was back home. I probably would have personally preferred just a bit more of it to be at the store, maybe more like a 70-30 split, because I still want to see you guys, I still want to see you guys sitting in your studio having a chat and talking about your experience, but I just, a bit more of the store, a bit more of the actual pre-release time and day to really get me involved in what's happening. Otherwise, again, great video, same as yours, guys. You know, vlogs, definitely quality content, and really appreciate it.
MTG Me indicated that he was out of his comfort zone for this video, as it was his first ever vlog. For someone inexperienced, he did very well, particularly in his midnight monologue, which was done in a classic vlog style. When filming with your camera phone, it's important to hold it sideways rather than vertically. When you hold it vertically, you wind up getting the black bars on either side, but when you hold it sideways, it fits the display of a monitor or a TV much better and is a much more comfortable viewing experience for the viewer. The interview from Julie was far too quiet, but I would have loved to hear more from her. She was a great example of a less often seen type of player, and her points about why she likes Two-Headed Giant were very interesting. I would have liked to see the whole video focus on teaching the Two-Headed Giant format. I would have also liked to see some deck building, and I would have loved to hear a final interview with Julie as well. Orcs Head Magic made a really fun vlog that I felt encapsulated the vibe of a pre-release very well. However, their vlog didn't particularly fit the criteria of being educational. The filming was great, particularly how you managed to get such good footage whilst walking. I thought that was amazing. The sound and the camera angles, the lighting and everything was really good while you're walking to get lunch, and I found that very impressive. I laughed many times throughout your video. I feel the camaraderie that you showed was a real strength to this one. I feel that kind of jovial British lad type culture humour was really on display here, and it really made it a very entertaining vlog. Jake and Joel, you said that educational is not your usual thing, but the segment in the car where you explained what a pre-release is for a new player was perfect. You explained exactly the things that I asked about and wanted to know before going to my first ever pre-release. The reason you guys are actually very good at educational content is that you are already very good communicators, and communication is a large part of successful teaching. I felt this video wasn't as cohesive as some of your other videos, and footage of deck building would have been a great inclusion.
So without further ado, let's start off with the first video, which for me was Jake and Joel's. So for me, Jake and Joel, you definitely hit the concept very well, my friends. I loved your video. I thought the transitions were really good, sometimes a little bit jumpy. Audio was really good, apart from a little bit quiet when you were inside. But other than that, the video was really, really good, guys. It was really good how you explained about how pre-release was, what it would be to a new player. I thought that's why, for me, you hit the concept spot on. It was, if you were watching the video for the first time, you would have an idea of what it would be like for going to a pre-release. Really good video, guys. Well done. So the next video I watched was Orcs Head. Orcs Head team really liked the video. Again, I liked all the vlog videos. For me, the vlogs is where you sort of all shone a little bit, to be honest. Orcs Head, I definitely think you make a great vlogging team. For me, you did not hit the concept at all, unfortunately, but I really, really enjoyed the vlog. I think it was aimed to be a beginner, something like that, explaining sort of stuff, which we didn't really see, but we got to see your day. The interviewing someone that had come back to the game was slightly like a new beginner player, but I really do like your transitions. Your editing was good. The only little quibble I do have is when you were vlogging inside, the camera was a bit shaky, so when you did transitions of slowing down, it sort of shook it around a little bit. But the overall general view of it being a vlog, I really, really do like. Picture quality spot on, and it was a really good video. So on to our final contestant, which was MTG Me. Started off absolutely brilliant, my friend. I think you were going to get the concept with your interviews, but the audio was really, really just not good, my friend, unfortunately. I've heard there might have been a reason for this after chatting to MPNumbers, which is such a shame because I think it would have been really, really good. Your editing would have been, you know, the transitions were nice, stuff like that. But unfortunately, it was so let down by that little vlogging mistake. It just didn't, I couldn't really hear what was going on, I'm afraid, my friend. But it would have been, I'm sure, a very nice video if I could have heard it.
Alrighty, let's talk points for this round. As always, I've got 30 points to divvy up. And this week, for concept, I'm going to have to give it to Jake and Joel. They best hit the challenge, they had the interview, they had the educational, and their audio was solid all the way through. So my recording points for this week, I'm going to have to go to Team Orcs. I think what pushed it over the mark is the fact that there was just a bit more magic content recorded for the video, you know, more in-game or in-world atmosphere, got to see more cards, got to enjoy that experience just that bit more. And finally, with editing, it's really hard, and if I had to split it, I would split it 3, 3, and 3, you know, 3.3, 3, 3, here. But I think I'm also going to have to give editing to Team Orcs. The thing that pushed it over to their favour was the way that it was paced. I think Jake and Joel just lost that last bit of points because of the amount of time that they did spend in the talking head after the vlog. I think if it was just an extra 10% more in the store at the event, it would have pushed it the other way. But definitely going to have to give it to Orcs this week.
Now it's time for me to award my points. Jake and Joel get my 10 points for concept because I felt their educational advice given in the car was particularly valuable to a new player, and they also included an interview. Orcs Magic gets my 10 points for recording because I felt the sound was good, the lighting was good, the camera angles were really good, and even recording whilst walking and talking was good. Orcs Magic gets my 10 points for editing because I felt their video was the most cohesive of the bunch. It felt really whole, complete, harmonious. It didn't quite hit the challenge's concept of needing to be educational. However, for what it was, a vlog about their experience of going to a pre-release, it was really good. I found it interesting that what some of these creators thought of as their weaknesses turned out to not be so. For instance, Jake and Joel were great at educating, and I could see MTG and Me making great vlogs in the future. He had a wonderful style in front of the camera, and with practice, I could see it being a very real strength of his. I'm really proud of the participants who tried something out of their comfort zone for this challenge, and I hope that you are as proud of your efforts as I am. I look forward to seeing what you create next.
So let's go for the scores and the doors. The 30 points this week. 10 points is going for me for the concept is going to Jake and Joel. Absolutely perfect. Great for a new beginner. Hit it spot on, guys. I really, really do like what you've done in that video. For me, it was clearly the best. Absolutely great. Loved it. The next 10 points go for how it was recorded, the content, stuff like that. Content actually of the video, it doesn't include obviously the concept for me. This is how you're editing, your lighting skills and stuff like that. That's going to Team Orcs. 10 points for you fellas. I really do like it. I know you didn't hit the concept of the challenge, but I really, really enjoyed the vlog. It was very well shot. I really do like it. Well done, guys. So the 10 points for editing. Now this is very hard for me, and I might cause a bit of controversy here, but I'm actually going to split it. 5 points each for Orcs, 5 points each for Jake and Joel. I'm really sorry, MTG Me, you didn't get any more points this week, but it was just that audio, you know, did let it down for me. Unfortunately, because the start of the video was great. So please, I'm sure I'll see lots of great. But last time you got all 30 of my points, what can I say? But this week on the last points, it's going to be 5 each for Jake and Joel and the Orcs team. I couldn't split between the two of you. Well done, everyone on their videos this week. It was really, really good. I'm looking forward to the next round, and I can't wait to see what you all produce.
Alrighty, so when we add the points up, it looks like Team Orcs take it out with 55 points, and Team Jake and Joel with 35 points right behind them. Having a quick look at the viewers' votes as well, it looks like Team Orcs taken it out there as well by literally one single vote, meaning that they are definitely our winners this week. I think the reflection here is that while Team Jake and Joel definitely smashed the concept out, definitely gave us the best educational video, there were just some slight personal things that we enjoyed about the editing and the recording to knock Team Orcs head over the top. Unfortunately, Team MTG Me finishing with no points this week. I think it just comes back to the lack of experience with the vlogs and those slight technical issues with the audio. Yeah, so Team Orcs have won advantage in the next challenge, which we will have in next week's challenge video, with next week being the last elimination before the finals. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I've been MPNumbers. Have a great day. Bye.